Hello everyone, Leland Best over here at NewOaks.ai, and we're going to step you through the entire NewOaks.ai bot building system. Stick around. Okay, here we are on the main demo page of NewOaks.ai. So I'm just going to shrink myself down enough so you guys can all see the rest of what's going on here. I'm Leland Best once again, and we're going to kind of do this on a regular basis. I've been asked by Ray Luan of New Oaks to come in here and run the YouTube channel for you guys so that you can get better demos, better tutorials, and better one-off tips and tricks about how to use the New Oaks AI. Just follow along as we go and we'll see what we can do. What we have here is the demo page for New Oaks, and as you can see, it has an illustration of the actual AI chatbot that's used on the system itself. So you can click on it here to see an example of what it would look like as a widget within the system. But in this case, they've actually embedded the demo within the web page. It's known as a 24/7 SMS-based conversational appointment booking system, but it's really more than that. I think what you're going to see is this is going to change very soon because there's some incorporations of systems being implemented now that are going to really take this bot to the next level. So you can sign in if you want with a free account and actually build your first bot right away. And we'll show you how to do that in a minute. But I just wanted to stop by the assistant for a moment and ask it what New Oaks really is. Let's see what it says. So in this case, its first answer is New Oaks was founded in 2022. New Oaks is an AI chatbot builder that trains ChatGPT on your data and lets you add a chat widget to your website and text SMS. You can upload a document or add a link to your website and get a chatbot that can answer any question about their content. Would you like to know more about the specific features of New Oaks AI? And if you'd like, it's going to ask you for your name and email and have you fill out a small form before it moves ahead. So this is just an example of what it's capable of. Say I want to book an online demo, I can click this button and it's going to go ahead and ask me to fill out that form. Once I fill out the form, it's going to step me through the process. Now we're not going to walk through the bot right now, but we are going to show you how to build the bot once you receive your account. So there are two ways to come into the system, and that's one which is a global entry. The other is for GDPR compliance in the EU. So let's keep going. In this case, across the menu, we have the demo page, which we're on, the pricing page, which you'll see in a minute, a guide to all of the other guides, which means the basic user guide, the live chat guide, the API guide, and a link to the YouTube channel, which I'll be managing for New Oaks AI. The chatbots that are coming are going to be something you have to sign in to build, and then each of those chatbots is put into a workspace, which you can't access as well until you're signed in. But there is an app download. Now, the app download is branded to New Oaks, and even those people who have maybe purchased a white label version, which is available at New Oaks AI, have access to this labeled app, which is an iOS native app and an Android name. So we're going to come over here. If you want to grab the actual app now, just head over, scan the QR code, grab it from the store, and install it into your phone device, and then we'll see what you have on that end. It's not much of an interface. It's really just a way to handle the live chat, which you'll see in the workspace here in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of creating a demo account, I want to show you what the pricings are for these. So if you want to give someone a free account, if you're a white label business owner and want to run a New Oaks business on the back end under your own brand, then you can build up from the professional brand itself. And once you actually have a professional account, you can move down into the white label and custom domain access, where you can attach your own custom domain. And for a price of $2.99 a month with revenue sharing, you can go ahead and build in a system for yourself that is branded to you. So in this case, a free chatbot, one bot with 400,000 characters per bot training data storage. It supports text, PDF, and docx, which are under 2 meg in size. And it also utilizes 30 ChatGPT 3.5 messages per month. Now, that's an adequate amount of testing capabilities for the bot to interact with an individual, to get to know how it works and understand its principles. And it's very, limited as far as what it's capable of. But when you consider the fact not many chat builders out there even give you a free offering, it's usually a paid offering immediately because of the AI component. This is a pretty gracious offer. So you can subscribe there for a new account if you'd like, or if you're ready to pay for essential growth or professional level platforms, you could either have 2 chatbots, 5 chatbots, or 10 chatbots. With that being said, all of those chatbots are trainable with up to 11 million characters per bot versus the 400,000 characters for the free account. The support for the files under text, PDF, docx are now greater than 5 meg in size. And from the essential through to the professional, they vary from 2,000 GPT 3.5 messages a month to 5,000 GPT 3.5 messages a month to 10,000 GPT 3.5 messages per month, respectively. And the first essential platform gives you the ability to capture leads for your CRM. The second tier up from that, which is growth, will give you the capture leads, appointment scheduling, and give you the ability to remove the powered by logo on the chat device, which is down here in the corner where it shows powered by NewOaks. You would be able to put your brand under that powered by or remove it depending on which account you sign up for. The live chat is that feature in the back end, which we'll show you shortly, that allows you to take a handoff request by the bot to an actual real person, where in cases the bot may not be able to answer a question properly or just has been trained not to do so, then that handoff would take place to a real person. Same with the professional grade. When you move up from there, not only do you get the custom domain, but you also get to bring your own GPT API key or Claude key with you, which would grant you free access to any tokens and messages above the limits that are granted here for the cost per month. And then as you move down, like I mentioned, these prices are exclusive of taxes and additional local tax, which might be collected in your zone. So make sure you consider those obligations prior to purchase. If you have more than 10,000 web pages on your website or need to upload more than 500 files, you would want to contact them for an enterprise plan. For custom domains, if you have not purchased the larger build for the $99 a month and you say go with the $49 a month, you would be able to add a custom domain for an additional $49 a month, which really just takes you up to the $99. So there's really no reason not to just jump on this. This would be for additional custom domains. If you wanted to add more to your system, you could add an additional domain. And then if you are in the node or mode, I should say, let's try that again. If you're of the ilk that likes to run their own business under their own brand and you want to white label NewOaks for any reason, you can simply purchase for $300 a month, basically $299, with revenue sharing, which would be the ability to sign up for Ray's affiliate program and affiliate the system out yourself. You could get that add-on for $299 a month. And then we have a frequently asked questions section through here, which are pretty basic. You know, what is NewOaks? What should my data look like? Can I give my chatbots instructions? All the basics. And all these will be answered on the website or within the videos that we produce over here on the NewOaks.ai YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and sign into the system. And I'm going to actually create a new account so that you guys can get an idea. I'm going to just use one of my other brands here real quick. So in case of, let's say, mail at Best Live TV, I want to sign up and get an account here real quick. Or I could actually sign in with Google. How about we do that instead? I'm going to go ahead and click on sign in with Google. It's going to redirect me to a sign up. I have one actually opened already under this best sign up at Gmail account. So it's going to open up that account for me to see that I have no chatbots left. And I have the same menu that you saw a moment ago with the demo, the pricing guides, the chatbot section, the workspace section, and the app download, just like we saw on the front page. Any links to I highly recommend anybody that's watching this video, if you want to know more about NewOaks and get involved with the development team, Ray himself and all of the other users that are using the platform, head over to the Discord channel because that's where a lot of those discussions are taking place. Ray will tweet out updates to the system occasionally out on Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook. So, and there is also a Facebook community, which I may be running here shortly, so that we can all get together out there on Facebook and have a little more of a community feature set. Discord's built more for gaming channels, but it's a great place for development and code work and people getting together to discuss features. So those would be the places to be. Let's move ahead. Hold on one second while I cough. So let's move ahead. I'm now going to at least get into the workspaces. So in the workspace here, we don't have any created yet. And what a workspace requires is a name, a key, some chatbots, and some settings, basically. To get more information about what's going on NewOaks.ai. The roadmap is right here under the Workspace Manager, which is basically taking you to 3 more links, which are the roadmap itself, any updates that are taking place within the system currently, and then any ideas that any of the users may have as suggestions and feedback and submittal, so that people in the dev team can take a look at these and decide whether these are features that could be incorporated in the system. So we're going to head to the roadmap first and give everybody an idea of what, at this point in time, this is currently May 30th, 2024, and at this time in progress, we have prompt templates, we have Google Sheet integration, we have WhatsApp integration, we have a real estate template, an account deletion confirmation by email, a European database server for GDPR, and interface optimization for the chatbot itself. Up next, it looks like they're going to revise the analytics report. They're going to work on the conversational lead chatbot, and they're also going to be looking at payment gateways for the agency white labeled customers who are selling packages of NewOaks, like ourselves, myself, Ross McCamey. We sell this platform under our own brands. So there's going to be a payment gateway brought in for revenue growth as well. In the future, everybody's going to speech, so text-to-speech will be included in NewOaks.ai as soon as possible. Those will be incorporations into other third-party applications to transition the text to speech and back to your customer. So we're looking forward to that. That's just the roadmap. If you want to find out about the updates that are coming or have just been made, as of today, May 30th, the live chat session was cleaned up. It used to be you just saw the first words that came through. Now it's a little more fresh. It kind of lets you know in a little better order. And I still think there needs to be some work here from my perspective with regards to how we access it. But you'll see on the 27th and 28th of May, there was a Claude 3 integration. On the 27th, the custom columns for the real estate template were added. So we get to keep track of exactly what's going on with the system. As for ideas, this is basically a recommendation feature set board where you can come in here and ask for chatbot flow, option to train with Google Sheets, integration with Instagram, integration with active pieces. These are all things, feature requests that people want in the system. And that's about it for the roadmap. So let's just click back a couple clicks here. And we'll head back over to the rest of the menu. I'm going to go through in later steps. We're just going to cover these in an overview. So the webhooks API is where you would be able to connect here, where people want to access information within the bot. So you would add the webhook URL here. There's a guide to tell you how to use it here, and you can verify the webhook success with a test button. From there, you also have the API guide and the session key needed to access the open end of NewOaks.ai from the backend. So the error log is here for anyone that follows errors within the system. You'll know by bot name and serial number what the error message was, when it was created, and whose email caused that error. And that, when I say email, I mean every bot has an email attached to it. So it's a good reference point to be able to go back and instantly identify if someone's bot is failing within your system, say a user of yours, you would know exactly which email to contact to get a hold of them right away. The white label. Now, this is where this account does not have white label access like my base account does. So there's nothing to show you here. That's all there is to the Workspace Manager. So if anything, I don't have control of creating the workspace for myself. If someone wants to create a workspace for me, then they can. But with the account I have now, this is a simple user account, or what we call a self-registered user. So all they have access to currently is the chatbots. So from here, if we were to come in here and create a new chatbot, either from a template or from scratch, we would select the appropriate button. In this case, if we select the template, we can come in here and use one of the 2 templates that have already been established by NewOaks for real estate and e-commerce. And when you do so and head to the next step, say for instance, real estate, you're granted access to an example template on a G drive. When you go to that source, you're going to make a copy of this template, and you're going to file, make copy, and save this to your own drive or your customer's drive if you have access to it. You're going to fill out the company name, email. The beautiful thing about the format here is Ray and his team have been kind enough to add a second tab and be transparent with his own business data to show everybody how to fill out the form. And then from there, the same applies to the real estate template area for the basic info of the listings. Everything can be added here, such as sales type, status, images can be connected to the system as well. And anything from here is added in line by line each time the bot is retrained. Now, we're also working on a form input process where instead of entering cell data like this on a spreadsheet, most of the users will be able to access this through a form. Now, that may be a third-party access add-on. We're not certain how that's going to work yet, or whether it's going to be an internal build within the system. It's really a matter of choice of the developing team, so we're going to work with them on that to hopefully come to the best resolution. All right, other than that aspect of it, this will step you through that entire process. Once the spreadsheet is created, then you take the Google spreadsheet link from the top of the page, and you basically take that. And when you paste that URL within this part of the application and save and next, it's going to connect that Google Sheet to the bot on the back end. And that's what's going to start to pre-train the bot. Now, in this case, I don't have a template completed, but I will in another video where you'll be able to see how that template works exactly. All right, back to the chatbots. We're going to instead start a chatbot from scratch. And in a standard free account, the only way to do that is through files, text prompts, website scrapes, or Q&A direct input. And the way we do that is we come over here, say we want to drop a file, just like it says. There's a 400,000 count limit. So let's say we have a PDF. I'm just going to take this, let's find a good one. So let's just say I open the Instagram guide for beginners. Okay, I'm going to install that in here so that it has a training on how to do Instagram. Kind of a cool idea. 54,000 characters used out of the 400,000. Now let's say I want to scrape a website. We're just going to go to Best Live TV and scrape something so that we can show you guys how this works. So once the website is scraped, all the pages that are on that website are going to show up here below. And if there are pages that you don't want included in the training, you can simply trash them. Things like terms of use, though if somebody asks about your terms of use on your website, it should be there. The Smile program that I do, all these other things that I do are showing up, which is good. And that's what I'm going to start with as my initial training. Now, this training happens to be about live streaming video with regards to the bot. So I can come in here and ask questions too. Like if somebody says, what are your business hours? I can come over here and say, you know what, if they ask that, it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., let's say. And just leave it at that. And we'll add that. So we could add another question if we wanted to. I'm going to head over to the text portion, which is just straight up data. Okay, so we want a bot personality, let's say. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it a goal and a purpose. So this is just some text I'm going to throw in here, right? And what this is basically saying is it's giving the bot a personality as a customer service bot or as a conversational goal. It has a conversational purpose. So I'm basically just going to take that 2,000 text characters. It's got some links in there it may use. There's a Q&A, and so I basically filled everything except the file. I got a file. Okay. So let's create the bot. And as we sit here, it's going to generate the code necessary for the bot to be built on the back end of the system. It's going to train it from the information and data that I gave it, and it's going to be able to answer only to those particular items. Let's go back to a full page, and that should do it. So here's our bot, and I'm going to say hello. Because the one thing you have to remember about a bot is this is strictly a conversational agent. It wants to get to know you. So I'm Leland. Hi, Leland. How can I assist you today? Same answer. So we're going to work on that stretch and have that spin a little more. And we can do that on the back end. From here, we're basically going to just take a peek so we know who it is. And we could ask, what's your name? And it might not have a name right now. It's probably going to be like, I don't have a name. I'm an AI assistant. So let's give it a name. We're going to come over here, bot personality. It's got this. It just basically doesn't have a name. So we're going to call this Candid. And as far as the model goes, we're going to come over here and we're going to decide for this prompt, So here you can pick a prompt template that's used as a system-wide message in a sense to establish the role of the agent that you're creating. So from there, we can either take one. Oh, I didn't pick one, so I need to pick one. This is going to be an appointment booking or customer service. Let's go with customer service bot. And I'm going to say, okay, now I can change that prompt as much as I want. So I could come in here and redo that entire custom prompt that we did earlier and drop it in here as well, just to be on the safe side to make sure it understands completely what it is we're trying to do. So this would be the conversational goal, purpose, and bot personality. And then we're going to put a safety prompt switch on there just in case some categories come up that aren't related to the business. And there are categories that we don't want it asking questions about, like scrambled eggs, Python code, anything that's, give me a recipe for tiramisu. We don't want that to show up. So we're going to use the model GPT-4o, which is the latest, most advanced conversational model over at OpenAI. We could go back to ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, which is recommended for any code-based work. The temperature of the bot is basically what it is. This is something that allows you to have the bot be more creative or more on track and scripted. So it's your choice. You could go half and half, and it's going to kind of give itself a little bit of its own creativity and then attach the current time zone so the bot's aware of what time it is during the day. And we're going to save that. And that's going to allow us to retrain the bot a little bit. Some of these other areas in here is the chat interface. So within the chat interface, we can control everything that takes place within the widget window. And in this case, we're going to we could reset to all these defaults, or we could say, hi, this is Candid, your AI assistant. What can I help you with? Suggested messages. What do you need today? You see how the bubble popped up over here. So it's a question that's a suggested question, suggested message. It could even say something like office hours, location, things of that nature. We can come down here and hit the language switch between simplified Chinese and traditional Chinese, since this app originates in China. The theme for this can be light or dark, obviously, when it comes to the theme style. And then we can also change the width of the chatbot to its limits. I mean, we have certain areas that we can address when it comes to height and width. And then the border radius simply allows us to put some turn down here on the corners. We can add a shadow setting to that to give it this faded look where it kind of has a background to it as well. If I do set the shadows, I'm going to go like 10 pixels maybe. You see over here, it puts a shadow on the other side. And I can also change the color of that shadow to any type of shade that I might want to put underneath there. The bubble shadow setting, same way. It's going to give me that bubble shadow effect where I might have to beef it up a little bit to show it. But let's go with like 5. And then we're going to also make that shadow more of a gray color, so it kind of matches. I could copy those hex codes, which I probably should do, but I haven't. You can change the font style of the bot right here using most of the standard Google fonts. I'd like to see that increased to a much larger text font set to where we can get complete access to all the Google fonts. We'll see how that goes. And then if you want to update a chatbot profile picture right here, or wait, is that let's see. That's the profile picture. So that's up top. There's also the chat bubble picture here. That's the chat icon. So we can come up here and add the profile picture. Let's just say we add Joe in here. We're building a bot for Joe right now. And you'll see Joe showed up in the upper corner of the bot. And we're also going to display the name. And in this case, I'm just going to use Best Live Guide because she's actually, Candid is typically known as my Best Live Guide. I can remove that profile picture with a click of a checkbox here. And I can also change the color of that banner up top. So let's make that more of a darker blue, maybe a blackish blue. And then we can put a user input placeholder down here where it says Control plus enter line feed, blah, blah, blah. I just like to have it, please type or select a prompt to begin. Okay. Over here, click the upload this icon. So we can come over here and say, I'm going to make him look like Ross. We're going to throw Ross in there. Actually, the other picture probably worked better the other way, but now Ross shows up over here. And from there, we can align that chat button on the right or left side of the panel. I like the right. And we can also show initial message pop-ups. If you put a -1, it'll be disabled and it won't do that. But this would automatically pop with this, hi, this is Candid, your AI assistant. What can I do for you? And then the lead magnet is basically asking for the lead's information, the name and email and possibly phone number. -1 disables that, or we could go ahead and throw it on, and that would be that pop-up chat window that I showed you earlier at the beginning on the demo page. I don't want to click away in case it doesn't save this. And then the human takeover, I could simply have it send that forwarding message that comes in for the takeover. Like if they say, I need to talk with a real person or an agent, I need an agent, then it's going to go, oh, okay, you need to talk to a real person, so we're going to send you to a real person. And then that reply message might be, please hold. We're getting you someone right away. Okay. And what happens there is I say agent, let's say, and it might take it this way. And if I want to display reference links from where this information comes from, which is source, so these links would show up based on the color I want to show them and the type of link label I want to use, whether it says source or sourced or from kind of thing. So it's going to change that text right there. So I'm just going to say source. That way people know what it is. Or I don't display it at all, and it doesn't show up on the chat widget. So, okay, on to the next. Under security, this way you can determine whether the bot is going to be private or public, whether it's visible out there on the link or whether they can't see it. Even if it does look like it's coded in there, they may not be able to see it on the bubble. Only allow for iframe and widget on specific domains. So if you're going to use your bot in only one place, then you may want to just throw that domain in here and say, nope, can't be used anywhere else. But if you want that domain or that bot, I apologize, to be able to be dropped via the code into several domains, then you could drop it on your website, you could drop it in a link, you put it in your email, all those other things. Then you just leave this switch off, and the ability for the bot to simply be put pretty much anywhere will allow that to happen. So rate limiting, this actually slows the bot down so that if people are asking too many questions at once, or when you've got 100 people asking questions all the time at the same time, it can get a little difficult for the API to finish those connections. So what we like to do is say, slow down a little bit. Too many in a row, or I'll do something like, I think I have it right there. Yep, too many messages, slow down a little. So, and that's about all there is for that. We'll head over to, I should have saved, right? Yes. And then there's no access to the leads, domains, or appointments from the base free chatbot. So that's why these are grayed up. Come over here to the dashboard. This is where you can actually take a peek at what conversation is taking place on the back end of the bot. Now, I may be able to come back over here and try again. So let's see now. What are the office hours? So it should be able to read the text I trained it on and tell me Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Notice how all I did was abbreviate, and it managed to spell it all out. Where you're located, it probably doesn't know. So we're going to see. It might give the information from Best Live TV. Currently, we do not have a physical address listed, so perfect. Feel free to contact us through our website. And it went and gave the information to the website, even sourced it. And then there's also, what do you need today? I'm asking it what it needs today. We're going to see what it says. This is kind of backwards. Let's start working on that smile. You can use our website chat for faster service. Please visit, That's great. That was a promotional effort by the bot to tell people to sign up for my smile program. I like what it did there. That was kind of cute. So other than that, it says, this is Candid. Candid looks a lot like Joe. Your AI assistant, what can I help you with? So, hey, how are you? I want to get a little less serious. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How can I assist you today? So you get the idea. Everything seems to be functioning. What can you tell me about yourself? And this is the way you should approach chatbot at all times. You want to get to know what the bot's capable of, and this also allows you to interface with it in such a way that it becomes more of a human conversation. So what did it come back with? As your AI assistant, my job is to provide informative, friendly, and helpful customer service. I'm here to answer frequently asked questions, provide access to forms, phone numbers, website addresses, and any other general site knowledge. My goal is to help you with all of your inquiries about our services, including AI-enhanced automations, conversational chatbots, content creation, and more. How can I assist you today? Now, we want to kind of get away from that consistent how can I assist you today thing. So we're going to come back to the settings, actually the sources. We're going to go to text, and we're going to say, Avoid. Okay, so what I've just told the bot to do is to avoid repetitive use of words or phrases like, how can I help you today? Create at least 10 variations of this request to be used randomly throughout your conversations. And hopefully it will be able to understand that request. It's just going to save that text and instantly retrain the guide. So let's say, for instance, now I say, hello. We're going to see what it says. Hello, how can I assist you today? I'm good. Tell me about yourself. We're going to see again. If it ends it with, how can I assist you today? Again, it's probably pre-programmed. Yep, this needs to go. It's on the back end of the system that consistently shows up as, how can I assist you today? How can I assist you today? Well, let's see if there's another setting here under the dashboard interface where we might be able to change that on the source node. So let's see. If we have text, we have the files attached. We got a little bit of room left to train it. So, oh, okay, here it is. How can I help you today? How can I assist you today? What seems to be the trouble? What can I do for you? Whatever you need, I'm here. Just kind of playing here. I want to see whether or not this is going to take this code as an option. Whoop. Okay. So we're just going to try that one more time. And retrain. Okay. So now let's try that again. Hello? How can I assist you today? What else can you do for me? I'm going to see. Okay. Our services include live event audio and video production, strategic marketing interviews, content creation, and video distribution services. We also offer AI-enhanced solutions for branding, lead and client acquisitions, nurture and following up campaigns, and the automation of routine business tasks. If you have specific needs or questions, feel free to ask. What are your business hours? So you get the idea. And the conversational aspect of it keeps it genuine, keeps it more down to earth, and more of a humanistic type conversation. So it looks like that helped. We'll keep playing with that and see how that works out in the future. Other than that, this is really all we have as far as the feature sets. So this is a standard bot. You head over, if you want to put it on your website, you simply come over here. You'll note here on this build, it has the NewOaks.ai brand domain here within the code, because there has to be domain attached to the code. This is where, if you purchase just the domain upgrade where you want to add your own domain within this code to white label the code, that's the place where it would change. Now, it does not grant you a white label system by just buying the domain add-on. In order to have a fully branded, newly branded system, you would have to add the white label. So you can share a direct link of the bot into a tab and simply come over here and drop that link. And now you have a full page bot. This is not just your little widget. It's literally the full page of the browser. Now, a lot can be done with this, because you could embed this page into another web page, which we'll show in another video. How that way you give it a graphical interface, maybe some other cost form, purchase forms, or what have you, but that gets embedded into a website, and you can use it that way rather than just have the little pop-up in the corner. All right, and then from there, we also have the integrations. Now, this is where it gets really cool. From here, we're going to go ahead, on a case like this, we're going to attach the actual Gmail address to the bot, and then take whatever voice phone number is attached to that particular Google Voice, or attach to that Google account, and give Gmail authorization to go in. There's a guide right here, shows you exactly how to do it. I'm not going to connect this email to the domain right now. The other way is to connect an SMS number to enable Twilio SMS. You just simply head over to twilio.com, grab the account and auth codes that are necessary, load those into the back end here, and then go and exchange for the webhooks that are needed to be added over on Twilio. You take these two URLs and drop them over here. And that's about it. So there's not much to that interface. If you upgrade for the Facebook integration, that will also show up, and that's done through Twilio as well. That would be a feature into the starter package. I believe if we go to the pricing, you're not going to get Facebook integration until Essential anyway, and then it goes up from there. And I think that's all we have. Let's go back to the chatbot for a second. There's our bot personality as a customer. We don't have a name for this one, so it didn't really get named. We're going to come in here and say that this is, let's just call it best test bot. Okay. And I don't think we even saved some of the other stuff. So it's going to change the name of the bot there. The dashboard's cool. Everything's here. We got the files still. I didn't ask about anything Instagram. So let's ask it about Instagram. What do you know about Instagram? I should ask IG and see what it would have said. I want to see what kind of answer it gives, because it could give a huge answer in this case. And that's where we'll limit the number of characters that the bot responds with. Oh, this looked all right. Instagram is a popular social media platform, primarily used for sharing photos and videos. So it did a nice little summarization of what Instagram is. So back to the chatbots. Now we can go ahead and create as many chatbots in here as the account allows for, and the number of character limit is based per bot. So it's not per account, it's actually per bot that you create. And then if you want any of your other account information, you can come in here, see what plan you're on, and redeem coupon codes for upgrades, and see what email is attached to your system. So in this case, it's one bot, 400 characters per bot training data storage, support for text, PDF, doc files, and 30 GPT 3.5 messages per month. If you'd like to upgrade, you simply select the upgrade button, come over here and decide which plan you want and resubscribe. And if you want to get the white label add-on, it's sitting right there. Frequently asked questions are at the bottom of the page. And if you want to connect with Discord, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook, do so, because all the activity is going on over at Discord, but you will see any of the updates and tweets from Ray Luan out on Twitter and Facebook. And hopefully before long, we'll have a nice little Facebook community built up as well, where people can sit down and converse over the best ways to use NewOaks.ai. So this has been Leland Best over at Best Live TV. Hope you all have enjoyed this presentation. Many more to come as we continue to build out the YouTube channel out here for NewOaks.ai, and we hope to see you in here one of these days demonstrating how you're using the bot in your business or lifestyle. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.